I'm going to tell you about one of the most positive interactions I've had regarding my Tourette syndrome. So this was like mid-2022. Fairly early on, I was at a pandas appointment, which is a autoimmune condition that I have. The appointment had just finished and I was coming out of the building with my mum. And at that time, my most common tic was going bah, like that. And I was probably doing that tic up to about 30 times a day at that time. It was my most common vocal tic at that period of time. And we were stood outside. I believe we were waiting for an Uber, but I could be incorrect. And I was doing that tic, I was just ticking away. I was just standing with my mum, waiting for the taxi to come and pick us up to take us back to our hotel. And unfortunately, with a really bad timing, as I turned my head around, I did that tic. I went bah, like that, right into this poor guy's face. And when I tell you that he basically shit himself, I am not exaggerating. He literally jumped out of his skin and I was absolutely mortified. I could not believe what had just happened. Oh my god. He walked past us and went and stood just a little bit nearby us. Maybe he was also waiting for a taxi. I'm not sure, I can't remember. And I turned straight around to my mum and I was like this. And she was like laughing because obviously we'd seen what had just happened. And when I turned around, this guy was also smiling. And I said to my mum, I was like, do I say something? Because he's not going to have any idea why I just did that right in his face. And so I waited till we made eye contact and I said to him, I am so sorry, I have Tourette syndrome. I did not mean to scare you. I can't help it. And he started laughing and he was like, oh my god, no, it's okay, it's fine, you just made me jump. And I was like, I'm literally so sorry. Like, honestly, his reaction, oh my god, he jumped so much. I felt so bad for this poor man who was so unexpecting and did not expect to be shouted in his face that day. But he was genuinely so sweet. We ended up standing on the side of the street and chatting for literally about 10 minutes. I talked to him about Tourette syndrome and we just had such a really nice chat. He was so sweet. And we even added each other on Snapchat because I thought that he was so sweet and just a really genuine guy. And honestly, that interaction and that conversation literally made my week. I was so happy because it could have gone very differently. Someone literally could have started a fight because I did that in their face. But this was totally different and it was so memorable. I'm never going to forget it. And I get the feeling that that guy probably won't either.